All right, welcome back to Boring Reviews. Nick here. Sorry.
Where are you from this time, Nicholas?
Abroad.
Jodi here.
With abroad.
You even snorted with that one.
Who's to say that you're not the broad? The broad with broad shoulders. I'm just using the word broad. Oh my gosh. Okay. So you guys just witnessed the beginning.
Continue.
The beginning
of our divorce.
A divorce. Yes. This was the moment when I asked with a bunch of lawyers in a courtroom or something like that. When do you think was the moment that you started to think about this? It was that reaction to Lee Evans. Lee Evans, you say? What are we reacting to today?
I don't know. My broad shoulders are in the way. I can't read the words.
Oh, your shoulders are behind you, so you're good. Say.
My shoulders are behind me?
Your
are you
eyes
saying
and your shoulders.
That my head juts so far forward that I'm now a hunchback?
Are you saying that your shoulders are blocking your view?
Yes, they're so big.
Behind and below.
Cannot see. Formula One racing.
You got those out of the way, huh?
Racing.
You have to like...
If you enjoyed this video, no, we're done. If you've enjoyed this video, just go ahead and like and subscribe. We'll see you later.
You won't see you later. Stick around. Now, I'm excited for this, honestly, because we haven't reacted to it yet. I know nothing about Formula One racing, but tonight I'm watching that F1 movie, which is about Formula One with Brad Pitt, so I'm excited about that because it's supposed to be a really good movie.
Do it all the time in Las Vegas. They create like their whole own course.
A lot of people do that all the time. That's why it says what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. They do it all the time.
Oh, I wasn't talking about
yes, we have the race. The last 2 years we've had the race. Is it coming up again? Is it the summertime? I don't know when this happens. But it's a whole to-do, and they close down roads and whatnot. Roads that we don't go down.
And they created roads just for it.
Roads where we're going, we don't need.
I'm not finishing your quote.
Do you know the rest of that quote? Pretty obvious what the answer is.
Something with Star Trek.
No, it's roads. Where we go, we don't need roads because they're in the flying DeLorean, Back to the Future.
Oh, that works. I was thinking of Star Trek because they're in space.
Here 88 miles per hour.
I love sport. I like watching sport. Yesterday, I was watching the Formula One racing. See, I don't get Formula One racing. Before they have the race, they have a practice race. I mean, who else has a practice race? You never see anybody else do that, do you? You don't see that in the marathon in the Olympics, do you? You know, some bloke runs 26 miles, he arrives. And your max get set. You know, don't. I've just done this.
I just done this.
Now that would be funny.
People only watch that Formula One.
You would kill someone, I would think.
Absolutely.
Doing 2 marathons back to back. But it would be an advantage because if you finish the first one, and let's say you're in a team, you finish the first one, if you're 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes ahead of other people, that's the kind of advantage your teammate now has. Yeah. But yeah, that would be crazy.
Racing to see if there's a crash. Have you noticed every time there's a crash or the engine blows up, the wheels always come off and off up the track? It's like they're trying to do a runner. They think no one see them. You see them bouncing off up the track going, keep going. No one's seen this. You know, they always jump the fence, try and mingle with the crowd. It's no wonder those wheels stay on that long. Have you seen how little time those mechanics spend working on those cars? I mean, literally, they drive into the pits, they go apeshit for like 3 seconds and they're gone. It's like... And the drivers put up with this sort of service. We'd never put up with that sort of service, would we? You know, you drive into Quick Fit and they go... God! You haven't done anything!
That would be awesome.
Yeah, we have. We changed your new filters, new tyres, that's practically a new car, yeah? When? Just now. All right, I've paid. Do you want to see it again? Love mechanics. I love mechanics. You ever done that? You ever broken down on the motorway and you have to phone the AA from one of those phones on the motorway? You ever done that? Because they always put the phones right next to the road so you can hear. Or you know, you're in the middle of nowhere on the motorway and there's cars like. Hello! I can't hear you!
tradition that they have the AA, we call it triple win.
Right? That is funny.
And why is it the woman on the other end of the line, the one who's going to take all your details down, they give her the quietest voice in the world. You can hear her, hello. I can't hear you, love. No need to shout.
This is sounding
They
Moody
always say,
Myrtle.
don't they, when you've broken down, stay with your vehicle. Where the fuck am I going? I've broken down. You know, I was on my way to Scotland. I'll skip up the M74.
It's the most interesting skip I've ever seen.
I don't think that's on purpose.
That's the worst one. You ever got that? You ever had a puncture and you got the wife and kids in the car with you? God, it's always pissing with rain. You know, you get out of the car, you get that jack out the boot, you think, what the f do I do with this? Because it's not like the one up Quick Fit, you know that easy one where they pump your car in the air? Oh no, they give us the hard one where you got to wind your own car into the fucking air.
Yes.
You know, your wife's in the car going, come on, hurry up! God, it's raining!
Absolutely.
Hey, I'm not lifting you as well, you bastards! La, la, la.
He does that really well. That
He does everything very well. I'm so curious when he's preparing for his next tour, for his next comedy special, whatever it is. How long does he prepare? Like, he has to like prepare and plan for all these different movements and these sounds, or does it just come naturally to him? Because as an early stand, he didn't do a lot of the sound effects or whatnot, at least not in the ones that we've seen. And so the true marks of a true professional is they make it seem so easy. Like
And
they
he
didn't
does.
like they just wake up and they just do it. So he's got to put a lot of time into it, but I'm curious like how much time besides just writing the jokes.
Well, yeah, because who was it? Was it like Trevor Noah or something that was saying like about how long it takes him to work on accents and memorize accents and
Yeah.
stuff? Was it him? And like, yeah, they put a lot of effort and work into their skits.
They have to. I mean, again, writing a joke, I would imagine, is hard enough because you got to write something that the majority of people are going to laugh at. But then he, like a lot of other comedians, but he specifically is so brilliant at the sound effects and the physical comedy aspect of it, where it's not just him being silly. Oh, he's funny because he's silly. No, he's got the great jokes as well. So the combination of it, he's got to put a lot of time into it, or he's just very, very talented. And someone said that he recently retired, but that he's still doing like another show. So I have no idea, but he's been doing it for a long time. I don't know. I'm sure you get used to it, but I would find it hard to, first of all, your first few times you're in front of a bunch of, whether it's 400 people or 4,000, whatever it is, it's got to be pretty crazy. You have to, like, I would imagine, just lock out all of them in your mind. Because if you see 3 people not enjoying themselves or getting up, you're going to get distracted by that. Like, hey, I'm trying to tell jokes here. Like, as a teacher, if I have 3 people not paying attention, then that's really going to hurt because they got to be learning this stuff. But at the same time, like, you're telling the same jokes every single night. I think about the same thing with musicians. Like, do you get bored sometimes?
So I don't know, but what I can relate to it is as a teacher, I teach the same subjects but multiple times a day, and to be honest, what I find is that by the end of the day, I'm so much better at teaching that lesson than the first class or two, because I figured out the tweaks, I figured out the timing better, I figured out what kids need to know a little bit more about, and of course every class is different. But what I do forget though sometimes is I'll be like, did I already tell you guys this? Yes, no. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
so,
it's the stories that we've already heard this before. And I'll have kids like, because they don't want to learn anything. Oh, but tell it again, it's okay.
Yeah, always.
I didn't hear it. Yeah, okay.
Tell us about the time.
Yes, please do. Kill more time.
Well, see, and before I would teach a block class, so I taught reading, writing, and language for 2 periods with one class. And that's 100 minutes with these students. That's a long time to just go, go, go. And so I kind of planned in a little bit of breakup time in between the individual lessons to have a little bit of chit chat kind of thing, not between them, but just like things like that where they're engaged, but they think that they're still a little bit of time, but really they're not. I just put, okay, we're gonna take a little 2-minute break here, and before we move on. But now I'm not gonna have that time. It's 50 minutes. Boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna be like, working day.
If they die first, then they don't have to work at all.
Your hand should be bleeding with how much you're writing. So that's how I'm gonna start my first day off with. If your hand is not bleeding because you are not writing enough, then you are not trying hard enough.
First day?
First day. Bleed.
Oh my God, you're gonna literally break my desk.
Good. That's what I'm gonna do.
I apologize to all of your ears right there. That was loud. Oh my. If you like our reaction to this in any way or her whole stall and approach to teaching, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time.
Goodbye.